Good evening, live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Here we bring to you 7 o'clock news bulletin. But first, the headlines. To raise awareness on the importance of manuscripts in the cultural and intellectual levels, a scientific seminar on Omani manuscript starts. A seminar held in Muscat reviews women's role in the development march and empowering her in all levels. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Uthman Ghazali of Comoros for re-electing him for another presidential term. On the sideline of the 448th Inter-Parliamentary Union Assembly and related meetings held in Doha, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Amir of Qatar, received His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of Shura Council. During the meeting, the bilateral relations between the two countries as well as number of issues of common concern were reviewed. His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser Al Thani, the Prime Minister of Qatar, also received His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of Shura Council. During the meeting, a number of issues of common concern between the two countries and ways of enhancing the aspects related to parliamentary topics were discussed. His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of Shura Council, met His Excellency Asad Qaisar, the Speaker of National Assembly of Pakistan. They reviewed the mechanisms of enhancing the aspects related to the parliamentary topics and a number of issues of common concern between the two countries. The Sultanate participated in the works of the 44th annual meeting of Board of Governors of the Islamic Development Bank in the Moroccan city Marrakesh. The meeting reviewed the annual report of the Islamic Development Bank as well as implementing the 10-year strategy report of the bank. His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail Al-Blushi, the Minister responsible for Financial Affairs, headed the Sultanate delegation. The Board of Directors of Civil Service Employees Pension Fund reviewed the work progress of the projects that are being implemented by the fund in addition to the investment's performance. The board also discussed the approval of the audited financial statements for the fiscal year ended. It as well discussed the approval of guidelines for policies and procedures of information security of the fund. The board also reviewed the balance scorecard for 2018 in addition to its approval for the current year. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoun, Minister of Civil Service, Deputy Chairman of the board. The scientific seminar on the reasons and ways of movement of Omani manuscripts outside of their country of origin came coinciding with the celebration of the Arab Manuscripts Day, which falls on the 4th of April each year. The seminar aimed to spread awareness on the significance of manuscripts on the cultural and intellectual levels. It also discussed the opinions and proposals that serve the documented heritage. In order to strengthen women's role in the development march and activate its contribution in various levels were the main goals of the training session on preparing, implementing and evaluating programs. The session comes within the cooperation framework between the Ministry of Social Development and United Nations Population Fund. The session aims to achieve sustainable development goals as well as principles of equality and justice. It also aims to improve women's role in the professional level through qualifying her and involving her capabilities into the labor market. The opening of the event was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Badr Al Ma'wali and the Secretary of the Ministry of Social Development. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. The Royal Horse Race Club concludes its domestic horse race season. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The National Committee for Bioethics in Sultan Qaboos University organized a training workshop on research ethics on human and biomaterials with the participation of a number of experts for the Sultanate and UNESCO. The workshop shed light on the significance of regional support and cooperation to enhance research ethics as well as national control on researches and biological samples. The actual exchange rate index of Omani Rial increased by 3.6% by the end of January 2019, recording 104 points compared to the same period in 2018. This indicates to the rise of purchasing power of Omani Rial. The data issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information showed that total cash in circulation by the end of January 2019 reached more than 1.5 billion Omani Rials, with a decrease by 2.9% compared to the same period in 2018. The Royal Horse Race Club at the Royal Court Affairs concluded its domestic horse race season. The final race was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Saad bin Mohammed Al Mardouf Al Saadi, Minister of Sports Affairs. It included 5 rounds and witnessed a tough competition among the participants. The event witnessed a huge turnout, government officials and members of the society, as well as fans of such sports, and stressed on Sultanate keenness towards preserving these sports and supporting it on the regional and international levels. At the end, those winning the first places were honored. In conjunction with the World Health Day, Oman Nursing Association organized a walkathon held under the auspices of His Excellency Hilal bin Hamad As-Sarmi, member of the Shura Council in Sib. Here is a full report on that. With the aim of bringing more awareness to the public and coinciding with the World Health Day celebrations, Oman Nursing Association organized a walkathon to highlight the importance of regular physical activity. This first walkathon to be organized by the Oman Nursing Association has attracted many who have joined a 2 kilometers walkathon at Al Qurm Nature Park. The event included other educational activities for children and adults by various establishments, including Ihsan Association. Another hospital sports group were recognized for their performance in football match. The evening was followed by a special entertainment for all. It's worth mentioning that the Oman Nursing Association, a non-profit organization established in the year 2017 to strengthen the nursing profession in the Sultanate in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the most of the governorates, with chances of high and moderate clouds as well as rainfall on the governorate of Musandam. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the coasts of Al-Wusta Governorate. Winds will be south to southwesterly, light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 meter. More details on your screen. Watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and now before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. To raise awareness on the importance of manuscripts in the cultural and intellectual levels, a scientific seminar on Omani manuscripts begins. And a seminar held in Muscat reviews women's role in the development march and empowering her in all levels. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Thank you for joining us and good night.